What are you eating, honey? What are you eating, hon? Hey, Flower Fairy, how you doing? I bought a new auger today. Get out of here, Russian bot. Loser. Go start your own channel, loser. Hey, Underground. Nah, I'm not going to do StreamYard because I got a video uploading and you can't do two things at once, or I would have. But I'll do one tomorrow night. Hey, Marilyn. I got a new auger today. I used it once. Looking forward to this. As you guys know, I get obsessed with things, and now I'm obsessed with showing where kids drowned and hoping people pay attention to it. Plus, Dave, a guy that comes on here, moderator, he's going to come up this summer, and we're going to do some preventative drowning videos with hopefully his daughter, and he has scuba equipment. We're going to show you exactly how it happens from underwater. Yeah, I really like this stuff. Tomorrow's not going to be the greatest day. Supposedly snow. I mean, I'd rather the ice was clear. The good news is the wind's so strong over there, usually it blows it off in the area I'm interested in. Hey, Samka. But even if it doesn't, I'll drill my holes, and that water's so clear, you still get a pretty good view. Yeah, I'm going to have way better ones. You know, when I was out there, it was cold. I was dressed for it, but my problem was my equipment was icing up. Wanted to do some, and actually I was drilling a 4-inch hole, which, here's what happens. I go out there, drill a hole, no problem, easy. But when it's really cold, the hole will start to ice over, and the ice forms on the outside of the hole. And I've got this Doka pole, which isn't exactly skinny. Well, what I found was happening is when that happens, a lot of times I'd want to put the camera to the side, so as I'm lowering the camera, you can see the ice above. And because that hole's freezing over and I don't have that much space, I'm always kind of worried about getting the camera stuck, pulling it up through the hole. So I went out and bought an auger today, twice the diameter, 8 inches instead of 4 inches. So that worries over. And I also bought a commercial grade ladle. I was using a plastic spoon, and this is going to work way better. One dip and I'll have all the ice out. Yeah. Yeah, I use a GoPro. I do. Yep. Yeah, no, there's a lot of bad places about there. Even if you look at the video I did, which, I wouldn't want to say I was rushed, but I did have, not the greatest setup. I did show people where the area is, but I want to do a better one. Yeah. How you doing, Simka? How's the new house? Are you glad you're there? It's so much better than Florida. Hey, waiting. How you doing? I see my camera locked up already. I don't know why that happened. I'm not on probably because I'm not on my Wi-Fi. I'm really fascinated with under the ice and that kind of stuff. I'm toying around with buying an underwater drone. Yeah, but really, other than ice and like maybe helping people being more aware of where your kids can drown, it doesn't interest me that much. Like you couldn't pay me to go like do tropical fish and stuff. It's just not that interesting to me. Bahamas. Hey, don't like that. How you doing? My camera locked up, but it doesn't matter really. Yeah, they have some. They're about $1,800. They're on a cord. They're okay. I just don't. I'm not just not sure that it's going to get me any further down the road. You know, the water temperature where I'm doing the underwater stuff's about 29. See, the problem's been that it's 29 degrees. That water's moving, and when I pull the Doka pole and the camera out, it's 20. It's like 22, 14. It freezes right away. I'm not talking about the camera freezing. I'm talking about just big chunks of ice. I can't even take the camera off the pole. But I find it really interesting underneath the ice like that in the winter. I don't care that much about it in the summer. But as you can see, if you paid attention to the underwater video I got of the beach, you can see that drop off. Yeah, 18. That's what it is about here. Yep. Supposed to get snow tomorrow. I got, hey, Dave. Dave, when you go to like in clear water, but it would be a small area, like there's a place I had in mind. If it's clear water, do you use a light or not? Yeah, the ice has been 10 and 11 inches. I'll get, yeah, it'll be way better with this new camera, though. You're right. Because when I'm shoving it down that 4 inch hole, all you see is kind of like a blur, where this way you'll be able to see the thickness. Yeah, you're right. I think it'll be better all around. Oh, yeah, horses running wild are cooler. Not too many places where they do that anymore. Hey, Bopak, how you doing? Dave, what I was hoping on, hey, Mary, what I was hoping on those videos on drowning, like we can show a kid just stepping off that ledge. Hey, Marts, how you doing? Yeah, this is only 20 feet, but a little girl drowned in this one place. I'm going to do that one tomorrow. And if you see this setup, you'll understand it. Oh, who owes it? The police department, Mary? Huh, that's interesting. No, I agree. I'll tell you what it is. If you look at drowning, there's a disproportionate amount of African Americans that drowned. And education of the parents is a big deal too. And what it is a lot of times is just people that don't really understand it. They're coming up, they've been taken up there on a tour, a campground, uh, expedition. They're with another family. And the way you get set up where I'm going at Tawas is that 60% of it, you could be on the beach, you could look out there, and there'll be somebody out there 100 yards and they're waist deep. But yet all these signs say big drop off. So before you know it, you're believing that this is crying wolf until you get over on the southwest side where I put those orange traffic cones. That's a whole nother ball game. And drowning isn't in reality isn't like it is in the movies where somebody screams and waves their hands. It's much different than that. Oh, cool, Mary. Young kids, they step off a ledge, they immediately inhale two big giant breaths full of pure water. And then they get under the water and just slide down until they quit breathing. It's none of that stuff you're thinking that you see in a movie. Oh, good job, Simka. Oh, those beagles. That's a absolutely excellent picture. Photo. What are they hanging around there for? Is there warm water there, a water discharge or something? Don't like that? Yeah, right, Dave. Hey, Shock, how are you? Oh, lock and dam. Okay. Hi, Tassie. Did you get that? Good. Yeah, I've read different stories on that, Tawana. It still says pending. I emailed them and they said it needs to be claimed. Oh yeah, I knew it was something like that. Don't like that. Yeah. If it is now, cancel it and resend it, Tassie. Oh, interesting. Hey, Fiji. Yeah, I'm gonna make a way better one. Way better one. Hey, Interneil. No, excellent photos. That's what I'll do in the morning. If it isn't, if it isn't gone through, I'll cancel it and resend it. No, I didn't. I checked. I checked. I didn't. I'll take care of it for sure in the morning. Yeah, Tassie's hanging in there. Her mother just died. You know, Mary, you got a cold week coming up there. No, it does not where I go, Dave. You'll love where I go. I'll take you to some places up here you won't believe. You think you're in the Bahamas. Yeah, she has. Yep. No, no way. God, no. No shock horror. I stick a camera down a hole after I drill it. No, that was really pretty. Where is that good harbor exactly? Get out of here, Russian bot. Loser. Nobody wants to watch that anyway. Get out of here, Russian bot. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm do some better videos this week. Oh, okay. I'll get a lot good. I got a whole week of cold weather, and I plan on drilling holes and videotaping the whole shoreline at Tawas Point. Yeah, that's what I thought. It looked kind of familiar, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, yep, yep. Yeah, I love Lake Huron. Yeah, it is beautiful. Yeah, no, they look cool. Yeah, we're gonna get I think 6 low tonight. Yeah, but don't aren't you already 40s? Yeah, I know it's cold down there, Salty Girl. Yeah, I'm looking for. We're gonna get a killer ice jam this winter. Yeah, you should do it, Simka. Really beautiful up there. You're not that far away. Yeah, no, it's cold if you're down there living in Florida. Good night, Andrew. That was last year, yeah, about a year ago, yeah. There's a little bit of it about 30 miles from here, not much. I do not, Dave, no. I don't I looked at them, they really wouldn't do much for me. Yeah, it's early morning for him, yeah. They do. They do take forever to upload. Those 49-minute videos, about a 24 hours. It's not on mine, it's on YouTube then. No, those Blue Eyes videos were great. That's a unique combination of temperature, wind. Yeah, I don't like it. Where are you at in Florida down there, Fiji? Yeah, I like winter better. I do. Yeah, Blue Ice is cool. Yeah, I agree. Beautiful. I think was that about was that in January or February? Now we're screwed because it's all frozen, so you're not going to have the open water to get that in there. Is that when it was? February 14th, Mary? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm thankful for this ice coverage. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks. No, this has been a. I mean, I wish for more snow. I like a nice blizzard, but I've been very thankful for this cold weather and this beautiful ice. It's been everything to me. It really has, man. And I know now with this ice coverage that we have now, I'm going to have a great spring. Last year I went to Hilton Head. I'm not going to do this year. Yeah, it's probably true, shock. But I was thinking of buying a drone just for the ice flows that I can't get to. I really love that stuff. No, that's cool, Dave. Yeah. Yeah, I will get some great videos this spring. Yeah, I really will. I mean, not spring, but like, late winter. Yeah, there's just tons of ice out there, thick ice. It's going to break up. Dreaming of it already. Yeah, I think so too, Salty. Yeah. If you guys just want, like, you like that Great Lake stuff and you don't want big crowds, just look at East Tawas and Oscoda, Michigan. You get these little cabins right on the lake. It's like old school. Yeah, you really like it, I think. Yeah, I think it's so cool looking under the ice with that sand. What's fairly cheap, Shock Doctor? Yeah, no, that's how it is in Florida if you live there. Yeah. At least it's a relatively normal winter this year. Yeah, see, that was a problem I was having the other day when I was doing that video of like the drop off. It was blowing so hard. What was happening is I drilled the hole in the ice, and then you get a light buildup of snow that was blowing on the downwind lip, and that would like build up to like maybe a half inch. Then the sand would catch it, and all of a sudden you'd have like a bunch of sand collecting on that rim, the downwind side of the hole. So it get to where there was no more room for it vertically and it would fall into the hole. So when you saw me put the camera under the water, it would catch some of that sand and you'd see sand like on the sides of the case as I was going down. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. No, it was all sand from the wind, Salty. Yeah. Hey, Alethea, how you doing? Yeah, I'm cold all the time. Hey, Rita, how you doing? I had a Aerostar, a Cessna 182, Cessna 172, a Tri-Pacer, and a Cherokee 6. Yeah. Dave, tell me when you get that email because I'm gonna delete it so these stalkers don't get it. Dave, did you get her email? Yeah, this damn thing isn't working that great. Oh, good. Thanks, Alti. Did you really, Fiji? No kidding. Wow. Cool. Did you fly it? Oh, I know. Super expensive. What'd you ever do with it? Sell it? Oh, really? Oh, sorry about that. Where did that happen at? And what caused the crash? Yeah, I do too, Mary. That's a weird one. Yeah, I'm really interested in the report on that. Oh, okay. Oh, good for you, Salty. Where do you go fishing? Oh, wow. What do you catch on a good day, Salty? Oh, cool. Wow, Fiji. Really shocked her. Wow. Oh, okay. Right, Popak, yeah. Wow, 39. That's gold. Hey, Rita. No, it's an app that comes with the phone. And it's stuck on the what's supposed to be a live part of it. It just got stuck. But since it was dark, I just left it. I sold them, yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, sure did. I haven't owned a plane in, God, 20 years. Fiji, what town you in down there in Florida? I think wind chill's bullshit. Oh, cool. From the St. Johns River? Really, Mary? Oh, cool. St. Johns River's a fascinating river. No kidding, Mary. Wow. Oh, cool, Faye. No kidding. What was the biggest, Faye? Oh, sorry about that, Fiji. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't like it either, Fiji. Yeah, they do, Shock. They do. Yeah, it gets worse, Fiji. My Betty Daisy. Come on, hon. Come on, hon. Come on. Come, Betty. Jump. Come on, honey. Why are you crying? Why are you crying, hon? Come on, Betty. Come on. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty, honey. It's 9 degrees here. Yeah, Florida sucks. Yeah, real estate is fucking bullshit. I just had somebody call me 2 days ago for that place in Florida. You'd have to be out of your fucking mind to pay that for that place. The world is nuts. You know, you'd think I'd be all happy that it's worth all this money, but like I've said a million times, I'll probably never see a dime of it, which I'm fine with. And I'm out of Florida, and that's enough of compensation for me. That state sucks. Hey, don't ask. I ended up here in West Branch. Taxes 1,600 a year. Condo. It did double. Big deal. 150 grand. Don't do shit. Fuck off. Drill holes in ice. If that property goes up to $10 million, you can keep it. It's all inflated bullshit. Manipulated market. Yeah, it's nice, Mary. Yeah, definitely. We got a deal up here. For sure. The good news is there's no jobs up here, which is what keeps it from going off the rails. Key West is cool. I wouldn't want to live there, though. About 2 days and I'm ready to get out of there. Yeah, I think so, Salty. Yeah, man, I'll tell you, it's the last frontier as far as I'm concerned. You couldn't give me a place down in Florida. Yeah, my taxes in Florida are 26,000 a year. No, 29,000 a year. Fucking nuts. For what? Yeah, it's bullshit. No, I'm right where I'm at right now. If you held a gun to my head and you gave me, $1 million, I'd move to Lexington or Havre, Montana. Havre. I don't want anything to do with the whole state of California, the whole state of Florida. You can keep the East Coast. If push came to shove, I'd go to Minot, North Dakota, uh, and and after that, Rapid City, South Dakota. Other than that, fuck them all. Hey, Redmond, if you told me I had to move to LA or Florida, I'd kill myself. $5.5 million house in Florida. Now you're going to think, oh, wow, that's great. Oh, you're smart. Not at all. I got lucky in the 90s and sold a business and bought 20 acres down there in 93. Built a bed and breakfast. Tried to sell it about 3 years into it, didn't get any offers. Went up to about 1 million, then it went up to 2 million, then it bottomed out again. Now it's up to like getting offers all the time. It's not even for sale. 5.2 million, 5.3. I could give a fuck, to be honest with you. Honestly, in my mind, it's right next to like bankruptcy. I could care less. Swear to God. My wife lives down there with her boyfriend, and I guess she likes it. I just talked to her today, actually. And good for her. Hope she's having her sixth orgasm of the day. No, I could care less about shit like that, Reed. I swear to God. If she lives long like her wife does, like her mother did, I hope that we're able to donate that thing to the Nature Conservancy or something. Just tear the house down, just leave it 20 vacant acres where a goddamn bird can have a place to live. That's my thinking. Yeah, I got lucky with that. I got lucky with selling a business. Look, believe me, man, I'm a fucking dumbass in a lot of ways, but I know what my limitations are, and I know how lucky I got back then. And that's all it is. So to take credit like you're some great business financial wizard is fucking horse shit. Fucking music stopped, and there was a chair, and I sat down. Yeah, I got so fucking lucky. And lucky only in the sense that, I'm not living there, which is enough compensation for me. Fuck that place. I swear to God, I'd live in a goddamn fucking storage unit. No problem. Oh, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. Yep. No, Fiji. Florida's fucking nuts. I can't. Fiji, do you remember the show on TV, Faker Florida? I don't. Sturgis is cool, but that fucking Kevin Costner ruined Deadwood. I used to go there, and I don't like it as much. I did a shit ton of photography there in the winter, like 30 years ago. Deadwood sucks now. Yeah, I want to be in the middle of nowhere. I swear to God, man. I had this, like, I think, you guys know I was in a couple psychiatric hospitals, and it's not all bad. There's a silver lining to that. And when I got there, I had like 2 weeks. I remember the psychiatrist, he just got his license taken away. He's a good guy, too. Only guy I ever really related to as a psychiatrist. And I remember thinking to myself, he said, "Do you want to get discharged?" And I said, "No, I don't. I want about another week here to just be numbed out, titrated. And I want another week of just figuring shit out, where I'm going, where I've been, and a new game plan." He said, "Fine." And I stayed another week. And during that week, I thought to myself, well, I'm going to no longer collect material things. I'm not collecting anything anymore. I'm not doing any bullshit, fucking around, lying. Uh, I'm just going to have like a clean slate and a good conscience. So if I get dick cancer and I die, at least I'll have the luxury of knowing that it wasn't because of any fucked up bullshit that I did. Not fucking a married woman or, let me give you an example. I'll give you an example. So this is stupid. I know it's not really that significant, but I'm in Walmart the other day. And, these kids are drowning out in these parks on the east side. And I feel bad when I read that. And I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll go do videos and show you where the drop-offs are. And I'll do better ones. Those were I was so excited to do them that I kind of rushed through them. But anyway, I went to Walmart and I bought some traffic cones. And I bought 8 of them. They were like $7 a piece. Or 10 of them, whatever the hell it was. 8 of them, because I drilled 8 holes in the ice. And then my bill came up. She said it's like $43. And I said, that can't be right. And she said, Joe, it's right. I said, no, it can't be. Because these damn orange traffic cones are 8 of them, and they're like $8 each. So there's $64 right there. She said, oh, you're right. She said, I scanned the first one. Not a big giant thing. I don't think it's going to get me to heaven. I'm not a religious guy, but that's an example for you. I don't want to do any fucked up bullshit things. If I find a wallet, I don't want to do anything immoral, illegal, unethical, unsavory. So people say, well, did you learn anything by being in a mental hospital? Well, I didn't really learn anything, but I did kind of have a time to reflect on how I want to end out the rest of my life. I don't think I'm going to get a gold star for it or a trophy, but that's just what I'm going with. I was always a pretty decent guy. Not bad, but I wanted to make sure I don't want to do any fucked up bullshit. Yeah, moment of clarity, yeah. I don't want any. I don't want to be, talking my way into things, and I just don't. Good night, Salty. Good night, Mary. Yeah, clean conscience. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. And it wasn't that bad before, but it's better. Now, the caveat to that is, does it get you anywhere? I don't know. But that's what I'm going with. I'm going with that. I don't think I'm better than anybody or anything else. And I'm just going to do it that way. That's true, Fiji. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that. I still think I'm like a nervous fucker. And it almost seems like it's gotten worse as I've gotten older. Like my nerves are shot. Hey, Sylvia. Like I'm like a on edge guy, and there's no real reason for it. Hey, Christine. Hey, Jeff, have you fucked around with many editing programs on video? Yeah, I don't really get it, man. I mean, I don't think that because you come to that place in your life that it's necessarily better or worse or anything like that. Yeah, I wouldn't even say it gave me peace, I don't think it's gonna get me into heaven or anything. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Rick Simpson oil. Yeah, I never want to get fish when I'm at a turkey place. Hey, Raven. Oh, did you? Why'd you quit using Power Director? I can hear Daisy snoring under the bed. Yeah, I don't even think like that way, Rita. Let me give you an example. So I'd say there's two times in my life where I would really say I was really in love with somebody. I mean, for sure. Once when I was 21, and then once when I moved up here after about a year. And the problem was she was married, and we were good friends, and I would never breach that. And we went out to lunch one time, and her fucking husband had a fit. And even though she claimed he was very understanding and she could have her friends, that she didn't want her hanging or going out to lunch with me. It's like, okay, I get it, you know. And when we were out to lunch, and we had done this a few times, he called, wanted to know where she was at. You could tell he was pissed, but she wasn't going to let on to me. And she liked me just as much. She even told me one time she wished she'd have met me earlier in life. I mean, we really hit it off perfect. And we went and had a lunch, and we came back, and her husband was out of town. And we came back, and they had a house, and I was dropping her off. She said, "Would you like to come in for a glass of wine?" Now, let me tell you, when I was in my 30s, my dumb ass, because I didn't know anything at the time, would have thought, hell yeah. And you would have rationalized that if she was satisfied and happy, that she wouldn't ask you to do this to begin to this. But I had come a long way by then. And I said, you know what? I would like to come in for a glass of wine. But I'm going to tell you something. Your husband just called. He's pissed off. He's out of town. We get along very well. Yeah, I don't think that coming in for a glass of wine is a good idea. And I knew right then that I had really matured and taken the high road. And I also knew that 10 years earlier than that, I'd have fucked the hell out of her and thought that it was her husband's fault for not being a decent guy. So it just shows you as you age, you learn more, that you shortchange yourself when you do stupid shit like that. Now, the unfortunate part of that is I'm getting to the age now where it doesn't matter whether I did it or whether I don't, because my opportunities are limited. You know, if you consider a guy my age, and that happened to me 2 times in my life, it's probably over for me. So, but the good news is, even though there's no happy ending, I'm still glad for myself that I've come that far. Yeah, that's exactly it, Fiji. Yeah. I have evolved. That's exactly right. That's true. I did. And you know, honestly, I mean, I'm not saying we'd have went in there and screwed for an hour, but that doesn't take away from it being a bad idea. I saw her about 3 years ago, and she gave me a big hug in Walmart and said she missed me. And I think I mean, what are you going to do? You know? Yeah, I'm not into like doing bullshit. Hey, Redden. Because I've learned that you just shoot yourself in the foot. I mean, you guys know how life is. I mean, I'm not considering like you're a winner in life because you have a 50-year golden wedding anniversary and you're still with your virgin wife. And I don't think that way. I think I've surpassed where I should have been. I don't think she was like that, Jeff, but I just didn't think it was a good idea. So now it's just jacking off and blow up dolls. And dragon's milk. No, I have not. I have not, Sylvia. No. Yeah, the hubby. I'll tell you what happened to the hubby. This shows you. This is the downside of the story. So you could tell this guy didn't like me, right? And I've kind of temper. And I'm trying to play along with this guy. She had a booth in an antique store here. And we were in there a couple times, and he was always kind of talking down to me. And you guys know how I feel about that Vietnam bet. And it was just like almost got to the point where it was kind of embarrassing. And I caught him outside, sitting outside of the Tim Hortons here. This is after this happened. And we just kind of dwindled off, but I had remembered how he had talked to me in front of her one day when I stopped into the antique store. She was always telling me, stop down. She'd text me, come down, say hello, that kind of thing. And I caught him out in front of that Tim Hortons and walked over to him and said, hey, I'm going to tell you something, motherfucker. You ever talk to me that way, I don't give a fuck who it's in front of, your wife or whoever, and I will beat your fucking ass. Don't you ever, ever talk to me that way again. I think this Vietnam stuff's fucking bullshit. I think you're a fucking pussy. And I dare you to do it again. He didn't say a fucking word. But I've even grown since then, too. I don't even think I'd do that kind of bullshit now. But I just saw the guy as an angry, jealous fraud. And I wanted to nip that in the bud so he didn't gain any confidence that if he'd run into me down the road, he better keep his goddamn mouth shut. Life is strange and unpredictable. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, there's really no reason to be jealous of me. I mean, he was just that kind of guy. Really, like I tell people all the time, I'm the safest guy in the world you could be with. I don't want anything for anybody. I'm not trying to bang your wife. Uh, seriously. Nah, I don't really run into them that much anymore, tell you the truth. No, I don't really run into them. If they're problematic people, I get rid of them. I block them. I stay away from them. I don't want any drama. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean, I do. I do have a issue with being talked down to. Technical difficulties. That's right. Yep. Yeah. Can you hear Daisy snoring down there? Yeah. Problem solved. That's it. But I look back on that now and I think probably would have been better avoiding that too. Probably shouldn't have said anything. The thing that it did hurt me on those, I got along with her mother really well. Her mother told me one time, I wish she would have married you. And the stepfather was a judge here who I was really got along with. And they used to have this big seafood dinner every uh, summer, lobster and stuff. Ray, the judge, was from the East Coast. And I told him one day, it's like, Laura's husband has got a problem with me. They said, fuck him, man. Come on over anyway. You're our friends. But I never did, actually. It just kind of was like awkward for her. So I just quit going. And she died about a year ago and he died about 6 months ago. And now Laura's still with this guy. I mean, I do have, bad habits. I've seen the guy a couple times and I have to like resist fucking with him. Yeah, I just let it go, which I have a hard time doing. Good night, Redmond. It didn't have anything to do with a Vietnam veteran, you dumb fuck. Stupid ass. You ever had your IQ checked? The It Help Desk? What a dumbass. Just because you went to Vietnam doesn't mean you deserve respect, fuck nuts. Your dad was probably peeling potatoes, never saw combat. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Isn't that the truth? I mean, I've known quite a few Vietnam vets, and some of them were really good guys, and other of them were just potato peeling pussies. Right on, Bopak. No, yeah, I don't put up with that. Yeah, it's super rude. Yeah, probably right, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And well put. Daisy ran her ass off today. Oh, cool. When is Valentine's Day, actually? Yeah, I got to get down there pretty soon. Hey, little guys, how you doing? Yeah, okay, we got a while. I never paid any attention to Valentine's Day. Daisy's great. Yeah, good. He's out running around the ice with me today. He's a great dog. That's a good question, Dave. You never know with this weather we have now. The water where it's moving is 29 degrees. We've had some pretty good cold here. It changes. I just can't give you a date. You just never know. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, that's it, Frisky. Totally true. Good night, Rita. Hit that Rick Simpson's oil. Good night, Letha. You have a good night tonight. Sleep tight. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. You better? I'm sorry, honey. You sleeping there? That's right. I do, Lisa. You know, I've had about 5 people, yeah, recognize me. There's a place I used to get fuel when I'd fly down to Florida in an airplane. And I had a lady contact me there about a year ago and said, "Are you Tom Reed?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "How do you know that?" Said, "I recognized your voice." I do. Yeah, it does happen. Yep. Well, thank you, Shock. Yeah, flowers. I remember buying girls flowers a couple times. I blame it all on testosterone. Yeah, I think I do. I mean, only because people mention it. A lot of people say I sound like David Letterman. No, totally true, Frisky. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, people think I'm a lot younger than I am by my voice. Yeah, you're right about that. Hormone or desire. Yeah, you think yeah, I've thought about that. I think that'd be a good movie if you just took like an 18-year-old guy and you stripped him of testosterone for the rest of his life and then chronicled it. I say that all the time anyway. It's hormone based. Yeah, not really, Fiji. Being older sucks. The only thing I would blame on the biggest loss is that you're not naive anymore. Oh, thank you, Frisky. You're not naive. You know, you've been through the ringer enough that you know what's what. Yeah, it's true, Virginia. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you think from a young male's perspective, if you had high testosterone and you coupled that with being naive, no wonder life seems great. But I'll tell you, in the last less than that, probably 3 years, I have known so many people that have died. Oh, thank you, Lisa. It's interesting what people think is a good voice and what isn't. Um, it's weird to me, really. It just shows you the fickleness of human behavior. Yeah, Meatloaf was an anti-vaxxer. I mean, even though he was, I'm not glad that he died or that shows you should have got the vaccination. It's nothing like that. But he hugged everybody and thought the vaccination was just a bunch of bullshit, and it bit him in his big fat ass. Yeah, me too, Jeff. I was the same way. Yeah, I can't figure it out. I know less now than I did when I was 10 years old in a lot of ways. You guys know how it is as you age. You don't know what's fucking what. It's this faux pursuit of false happiness. Happiness is a moving target, that's for sure. I've been trying about thinking of a god damn. I've been trying to maybe thinking about trying another antidepressant, a newer one. My testosterone's good. It's the rest of my mind that's fucked up. Lifting rocks? Yes, COVID is fucked up. I know why I drill holes in the ice. Yeah, I think it's pills. You can get an injection too. Yeah. Yep. What makes you lose energy and exuberance as an older male is human growth hormone. That's the deal. Yeah. If you take too much, you can get prostate cancer. It's not everything though. It's a combination of things. Yeah, it's a shot usually, Jeff. That's why you'll look with the estrogen testosterone crossover during menopause with women. When that estrogen dies out, uh, there's issues. Yeah, my hormones are great. Yeah. Yeah, I would never take like human growth hormone injections or anything. I think I just wouldn't. I mean, natural's great, but like I say all the time, people live longer now than they ever have because of medicine. But, I would never be one of these guys that would like take human growth hormone and testosterone and all this fucking bullshit. I mean, aging is a part of the life cycle, and I don't think I'd feel comfortable messing with that. No, that's yeah, Jeff. How old are you, Jeff? Yeah, they're slowing down. That's exactly it. But it's mainly human growth hormones, not testosterone, Jeff. I mean, the unfortunate part of evolving as a human, and I'm talking in a male perspective, is it just, that's a big part of it. I mean, I joke all the time. I've said this a million times. When white-tailed deer and The fertile female isn't looking for a male with a busted off antler and his balls dragging the ground. This happens in any chain of nature. And as human beings, you tend to think that you want to live as happy at 50 as you were when you were 20, and that just isn't going to happen. But humans don't want to accept that. So you're trying to find these alternatives to feel like you did when you were 20. And unfortunately, as far as I can know, nothing's going to make that happen. It's just not the same, but it's mainly human growth hormone. Yeah, I mean, when you're young and, your testosterone's high, human growth hormone's high, you're naive, I have this book and I haven't read it, and it's The Hormone of Desire. Hormones control everything. Don't shit yourself. If you look at, let's take for an example, a 50-year golden wedding anniversary. If you look at the beginning of the relationship, I can guarantee you that at the end, they're together for entirely different reasons that they were at the beginning. There's a collision shop I go here. I have the guy do things for me. He's nice, like 75, him and his wife. And he was telling me the other day that he remembers sex 3 times a day when they just got married. Yeah, everybody does. It's not a fair comparison. You're not getting that back. Yeah, it's Drew Bopuck, yeah. Yeah. This happens with all living creatures, so don't feel bad. Now, does that make you feel better? Probably not. Yeah, I was telling my buddy's wife the other day, it's like, I got these, I probably have 10 women around here. They're always wanting to get together. They're like 70 to 85. And I know this sounds crude, and I apologize in advance. They're very nice. They want to make me dinner. And I'm nice to people, and I think I draw the line in the sand pretty well. And I let them know what's up. But I told my buddy's wife, it's surprising how many excuses you can come up with to do things when you don't want to fuck these old broads. I know that sounds crude. But when you're turning down blowjobs, that's not a good sign. I mean, all 10 of these women could call me up and say, "Hey, Tom, come on over tonight. I'll cook you filet mignon and blow you after you're done eating it." And I wouldn't go. I wouldn't show up. That's the problem. Now, am I a bad guy for not showing up? I don't think so. Would I have just shown up 35 years ago? Fucking ad. I got there a day early. But this just goes to show you the influence of hormones. And like I said earlier, if you look at a 50-year wedding anniversary and they're still together, it's for entirely different reasons. What I am lucky for is that I'm not lonely. I mean, I do get depressed. I have had depression problems, but I'm not lonely. So I'm right where I belong in a realistic standpoint. Beaten off to Pornhub, have no interest in a girlfriend, haven't had a date in probably 10 years, and hoping that it'll extend to 20 years. But it just goes to show you, for everybody getting older out there, it's showing the impetus of sex and how important it is.
And when you don't have that spark, that attraction to chase that new sexual interaction, you don't give a fuck. I mean, look at me. I'd rather drill holes in the ice and fuck. Yeah, more excited about New Orleans. That's the honest to God truth. I went from jacking off 10 times a day to watching birds. Yeah, so true, Jeff. Now, I don't know this for sure, and I really haven't read much about it, but I can just assume that it's more difficult for women. Uh, I remember reading an article on the internet one time, and it said there's a point with older, attractive women to where the bag boy is going to quit flirting. Yeah, that's true. You're right, Jeff. I know this sounds almost juvenile and immature, but I'll take the hit on this. But it seems like when that sexual interest goes out the window, that it all goes south big time. It really does. Maybe it's normal, maybe it's not. Yeah, Sylvia, you get what you pay for. It's free. No problem. I know that sounds crazy, but I can remember being younger. There was nothing better than like a new potential romance. Get you to do shit. You'd be jumping through fire and hoops and moving, driving through blizzards and trying to get there on a gas with an empty tank. Yeah, it is. It's so true, Frisky. That is so true. Frisky, speaking of that, I mean, I know for sure in your life you didn't have any shortage of male attention. And on one hand, that's good. On the other hand, I don't know that it should be a disappointment. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, guys tell me it's like my daughter. She's very mature. She's got a great body. I'm going to kill anybody that wants to take her on a date. It's like I tell them, hey, look. No, I'm not. Haven't been on that in a long time, Peachy. No, nope. Take the minimum 7.5. I tell guys, be glad that guys are interested in your daughter. That's how we all got here. You were fucking her mother. It's normal. Women are going to have a better life experience if they're attracted to males than if they're not. It's just the way it is. I hate to say that. It's another iron in the fire. Is it a guarantee? It is not. It's very complicated, sure. It is very brutal, but you don't look your age. I don't know if that holds the weight that it should. Yeah, I mean, you found out that that was all great. Was it better than being 450 pounds and no male attracted to you? Probably. Probably in the sense that you got to experience that it wasn't what you thought that it could have been. I still say that what you experienced was better than the alternative. I mean, this whole thing is false to begin with. It is very brutal. Absolutely right. And Frisky, at your age, that shit should be heading south anyway. It's kind of like an egg without a yolk. I mean, you had it all going on all those years. Now, does that mean that you would have hit the target in the middle of the bullseye and that would have paid some great dividends? Not necessarily. It's still better that way than the alternative. But you, like a lot of women, including the women that are married and some that are going to meet the 50-year golden wedding anniversary, it's a moving target. The reasons that you would be married or serious with a guy at this age are a world away for the reasons that you would have been married with a guy and serious 20 years ago. There's a lot of factors involved with this. Minus being lonely, in a way, you're in a good position. If you're lonely and you be a guy, but the truth of the matter is, the women that will end up with guys in their later years presumably were women that guys were attracted to early on, and then it just morphed itself into two people getting older. And when you're two people getting older in your 50s or 60s and you're getting along okay, what's the reason to depart? There isn't one. Are the reasons the same as they were when you got together when you were sexually attracted to each other? They're not. So it's brutal in the sense that the sexual aspect is probably gone. Unless you're willing to bite the leather strap and pretend you enjoy something that you don't. No, you didn't miss much at all. I agree. Everybody is. Everybody is. So true. It's nothing. It's your personality. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. If I hadn't like got an ultimatum and got married, I'd have probably got got married. I probably would have never got married. At the time, it was just a unique situation. I didn't want to have kids. I told her that. Said if I didn't marry her, she'd leave me. I knew it wouldn't get any better, which it didn't. If you met my wife, you'd love her. So I fucking did it, and actually, I don't regret it. I just knew that it was going to be poor odds. So we're in the same boat. I mean, I don't think I get extra credit because I got married and you didn't. And I think you're barely at the cusp of the generation to where societal pressure isn't anything what it was a long time ago. Could have been 50 years ago and you were that age now. Yeah, I mean, social pressures are real. Life is brutal, Angela. True. Right. Yep. I mean, if I had another relationship with a woman, which is pretty goddamn unlikely, it probably I hope to sell her on asexual. It's like, hey, look, I buy every magazine subscription you like, and beat off to Pornhub, and we don't have sex, and but you get everything you want. It'd have to be some shit like that, or it'd never work. Yeah, my marriage was a good experience. It sure was. Yeah, they don't like that. Yeah, but it's not a fair comparison, Bopak. It's not. Don't compare my tainted, subjective CV to. Don't count that in your future. When I was trying to go along, I had met people. Like I left my wife, I think in '98, and I would meet people from time to time, and they were troubled with that I was married. It's like, hey, I'll tell you what. How about you call my wife? They were always worried I was going to get back together with them. And a couple of times they did. And they said, man, your wife is a super nice person. Why did you do that? It's like, well, that's a whole nother can of worms. Yeah, well, I think what happens is it shifts from like someone like you, Frisky, that you had it going on all those years. Now it's kind of dwindling. You're heading into another part of your life, and you're thinking to yourself, well, what's the other half up until the end game gonna offer? Yeah, good question. Yeah, 98 sure did. Yeah. You know, you just and another thing I think about too. I said earlier I think that I was like legit two times really super attractive where I could really verbalize that I was in love with people. And it was once in 77, and another time when I came up here, believe it or not, all those years. I mean, I met a lot of women, but it wasn't any that I was like, wow, I want to really spend so much time with this person. Like fucking them, maybe getting a couple blowjobs, having fun, and then see you later. You know, it's just males are so biased towards sex, you know? I mean, I've said all along that once porn and stuff wasn't such a bunch of hoops to jump through, you know, you didn't need to go to some derelict part of town and watch dirty movies. And you could get it on a once the internet came out and porn became more available and you didn't need to go through all that bullshit. I know this sounds terrible and you'll chalk me off as being shallow and a fucking chauvinist and insensitive, but I knew right then when porn became commercially available and I had easy access to it. Honest to God, I could have gave a fuck about dating. It's telling you the truth. I didn't want to fuck with any of that bullshit. Yeah. No, it's on hold. Don't like that. Yeah, I mean, I had women that were friends. I still have a lot of good women friends, but it seems like every time it was like a sexual deal. Actually, I was good friends with I wasn't really attracted to my wife. She's very pretty, but you know how it is. You've met males, the women out there that you're not attracted to. I thought she was cool. We were good friends, and I wasn't really attracted to her. I mean, I wasn't like scheming to try and get into her pants. And then she broke up with her boyfriend, and I needed a place to stay. And a bottle of wine later, and we were fucking like rabbits. Sex changes shit. Good for you, Bopak. Hey, I don't know any more now than I did when I was starting out. Just a miserable old man. I think a negative attitude was part of my personality, though. It was just the way it was going to be. Yeah, it's exactly what it did. Yep, it did. No, it's not the answer. No, I knew that going into it. I blame it completely and totally on testosterone. Yeah, I think too. I had some girlfriends when I was younger. I mean, I was very naive. I had some girlfriends though when I was younger, and they were really quality people, man. I had like four valedictorian girlfriends that I liked, and believe me, I was a fuck off, man. Getting in trouble, fucking around, bad reputation. But I appreciated what they did. And I look back on some of the older girlfriends when I had when I was younger. Their tits weren't big enough. They didn't like to deep throat. butt fucking was out of the question. So I just moved on, you know what I mean? But I look back now, of course, hindsight, right? 2020. I think, man, I really had some quality ass girlfriends that I'm too big of a nut to have appreciated outside the sexual realm. But they would have been good lifelong partners. But I'm just, that's not in my repertoire. Long term quality golden wedding anniversary scenario. It just ain't fucking happening. Yeah, they really did. It's so weird. I know it sounds fucked up, man. I'm just telling you the truth. Yeah. Fucking crazy. No, I'm down with the companion. I've been thinking this way for a long time. Like I said, when I got into about my mid 30s, I remember thinking, man, this dating fucking stuff is fucking bullshit. It's fucking, you're dating with them 6 weeks, dinners, all these fucking beaches and bullshit, fucking hand walking, fucking walks and kissy face and watching movies, and you find out they give the worst blowjob in the fucking world. And I remember thinking, this is a waste of fucking time. It was a lot of thinking. Yeah, I just realized that to me, I mean, this is subjective, right? Believe me, this is not a model to follow. I would readily admit that to people. I remember thinking to myself, well, I'm not jumping through all these fucking hoops. This is like the worst piece of ass in the world. Yeah, she keeps an immaculate house. She's got a good job. She's smart. She hates me watching porn. It's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. It's fucked up, man. Yeah, waste of fucking time. Amen. Isn't that the truth? So really, if you think about it, I'm right where I belong. Drilling holes in the ice, showing where kids drowned and beating off to Pornhub and no interest at all in a girlfriend. Yeah, people think on these YouTube, these fucking kooks that get a hold of me. You would think, and I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you this straight up. You would think after being around YouTube this long that I'd have scored a couple blowjobs by now, but I'm telling you, I haven't. They're all fucking nuts. They're fucking ugly. They're fucking psychos, fucking stalkers. I mean, this probably could have got me in a bunch of trouble when I was younger, but I'm old enough and wise enough to realize I can read the writing on the wall. They're all a bunch of fucking kooks. Yeah, thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, fuck no. It's pretty easy to spot. See past it. That's it. Yeah, fuck Dr. Phil. Frisky, that damn his fucking producer called me about a month ago. Yeah, fuck Dr. Phil. Yeah, I'm smart. I see past it. That ain't no shit. Yeah, fuck. I don't want to be on that stupid ass show. I did call Maddie and Gerald. Told them about it. Gave them her phone number. She asked me about Maddie and Gerald. What they wanted to do. Dr. Phil wanted me and Maddie and Gerald to come out there. And I didn't really give a fuck about Dr. Phil. So, but I did tell Maddie and Gerald. Yep. Fuck that. I know better. That's exactly right, Frisky. You go out there, Dr. Phil comes around the curtain. He says, hey, you're killing people, huh? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, killing people? It's like, well, how many girls have come up missing? It's like, motherfucker, it's bullshit. If you'd have done one bit of due diligence, you'd realize, first of all, I've never been contacted by the cops. It's fucking nonsense. And this is what this clown fest is going to be like. And I don't think it would have done any good for Marilyn, Maddie, and Gerald. And they already said that they're not sending anybody to rehab. Not that I think that rehab would do Maddie much good at this stage in her life. So I just said, fuck it. Why would I go on that fucking clown fest? Oh, thank you, Sylvia. Why would I do that? Yeah, I'm fucking doing it. You could, if you said to me tomorrow, I swear to God, man, the one thing that I will claim, my claim to fame is there's no smoking gun. You're not going to find out that I'm fucking the girls that I'm interviewing. You're not going to get emails of bullshit. Believe me, these motherfuckers out there that are tracking me and fucking with me and making these videos, they don't have anything to hang their hats on. Nothing. Not a thing. What you see is what you get. I spell it all out up front. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying that I'm not running for office. I don't need a job. I don't need donations. I don't need a thumbs up, a like, a share, nothing. What you see is what you fucking get. You're never going to have me disappoint you. You're never going to get some proof that I've been lying or deceiving people. And to me, that's worth everything. Yeah. But, Sylvia, I can afford to be a straight shooter. 20 years ago, could I afford to have been a straight shooter? Fuck no. I'm sucking these fucking insurance companies' asses left and fucking right. Keep my mouth shut, not talking about blowjobs. Now I have anything to hide. I don't want anything. I'm not trying to fuck the women that are subscribers. I never asked for money. And that pisses people off. There's no way you can turn this into something that it's not. Yeah, it's true. So I drill holes in ice, and I show where there's steep drop-offs. Fuck around with my dog, watch Pornhub, drink dragon's milk, eat out all the time. And that's probably how I'm going to go to my grave. I'm hoping so. It's looking good. Looking pretty good. And I get to drive this van with 440,000 miles on, which is a lot of fun, believe it or not. So I guess I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Depressed is genetic. Yeah, it's a biochemical imbalance. Yeah. Okay, Shaquille. Yeah, I think that I think depression, I mean, I'm getting to the point where I think depression is just the way it's going to be, and it isn't related to what you think it is. I mean, I fucked with that my whole life. I dumped girlfriends and quit good jobs and sold businesses and moved to different places, and it was all between the goddamn ears. And if I'd have been completely together in whatever kind of way you want to explain it, and I'd have had the right hormones and life experiences, I probably wouldn't have done any of that shit. But at the time when you have these occurrences, you don't know any better. All you know is that this is the input, this is what's happening, and this is what I want to do. And I did it. Yeah, was it a fucking bat in 1,000? It was not. I'd say I ended up batting about 500, which is okay. But these next years are a little worrisome. You know what I mean? They're not going to be that great, probably. I mean, great compared to what, right? Great compared to last year? Maybe. Great compared to 20 years ago? No way. Yeah, it's a fucking mystery, that's for sure. I can't figure it out. Totally. It's a guessing game. You shoot from the hip and hope it works out. The life cycle. Yeah, Frisky, you're kind of at that age where you're on a balance beam. Yeah, it's true, Fiji. Yeah. Yeah, there's no exact right answer. Who knows why you do what you do? Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it, JMO? Yeah, it's complicated. I think hormones plus hormones, and that I'm not naive. I got a pretty good idea. Yeah, you're right, Angela. I got a pretty good idea what the next 15 years is going to offer if I live that long. And it sucks. I mean, you could have been totally incompetent and naive and innocent when you're in your 20s about thinking what the next 15 years held. And it would have been better than it is now with having a much better understanding, like I do as a mature older male. Hi, Penny. Yeah, it's a conundrum, that's for sure. I just think I'm a glass half empty guy. Yeah, not the truth. Yeah, good point. You think you're like that? Half full. Yeah, that's good, Penny. Yeah, what glass is right? Yep. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. What will you fill it with? Dragon's milk? No, I know, Shaquille. Hopefully that'll get better. 30's not bad. Don't panic yet. Hey, Xavier, how you doing? Yeah, I think I'm half empty, mainly. I think when I go out and do this crazy shit with these YouTube videos, it's a great distraction. I don't dwell on this stuff. Yeah, that's true. They say that, Shaquille, that people that are depressed see the world in a more accurate light than the people that aren't do. Well, thank you, Sylvia. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, definitely. I think I'd be way worse without YouTube, big time. Yeah, YouTube's been a big plus for me for sure. Yeah. Oh, Angela, in what kind of way, Angela? Yeah, probably Frisky. Yeah, that's a good point. Yep. Yeah, it makes sense. Not yet, Bopak. Hey, Sir Lorman, how are you? What's that? Don't ask. Hey, Shaq. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Fiji. No, I know, Shagu. Yeah, I get it. They don't want to believe it, right? No, that's all right, Journal. I get it. Yeah, it's true, Fishy. Yeah, but sorry about that, Angela. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, right, Shaquille. Yeah. Yeah, I get it, Angela. Yeah, sorry about that. Have you tried any antidepressants? Yeah, that's right, Frisky. Oh, sorry, Angela. That's tragic. Yeah, it is brutal, yeah. Get out of here, Russian box. Loser. Right, Shaquille? Hey, Deanna. Where you been? No, sorry, Angela. Yeah, it is. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, you guys. I'm going to get up tomorrow a decent hour. Good chat. Thank you. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Good night, Penny. Frisky, you have a good night. Don't like that. Sylvia, you too. Shaquille, thank you. Bobak, you have a good night. Thank you. Yeah, have a good night, Frisky. Fiji, you too. Sorry about that, Angela. Good night, Eternal Dorman. Thank you, don't like that. See you, don't ask. Bye, Sylvia. I'll buy you a nice steak. Yeah, sorry, Angela. Good night, everybody else. It's on here. I'll talk to you tomorrow.